There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
Our perspective is yours for the taking, but you'll have to join us first. We left everything we debated at the Yonkō Table.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for the Yonkō Table, the table that will make their dreams come true. Yo, everyone. We are back again at the Yonkō Table for episode 3 of Hawkeye. Was this episode better than the last two? Was it worse? Has Hawkeye been kind of like on a stoic streamline so far, halfway through its season? Because we're already halfway done with Hawkeye. There's only 3 episodes left after this, but we are going to dive deep into that discussion very soon. But with me, as always, is fellow Yonkō GrandMasterHoop. I was going to give you the title of Grandmaster. That's your name.
Thank you.
Your title.
Right.
But how has it been, Grandmaster? Did you have a good holiday break?
Yes, I did have a good holiday break, Dr. Jace. Can't complain. Got some nice food. Saw some old friends here and there. A break from the little munchkins of my own. So very welcome time off. Thank you for asking.
That's great. We all need a break every now and then. And with us as well is Supernova, TevintheFifth. Tevin, you got exams around the corner. What are you doing here? You should be studying.
Well, cooking dinner, and I'm taking a break. I just wanted to see where you guys was at with these episodes. I didn't catch the last pod, so I want to check in real quick. So I'm ready to get started. I'm cooking.
Right.
So,
Wait, hold on. What you cooking?
Oh, I got some salmon. Salmon.
Teach their own.
Yeah, I had to put it in the oven this go around because I don't feel like using an air fryer. I'm cooking for the week. And I got some jambalaya rice, just some add water. I'm just like,
damn.
First
you
of the month,
cook for the table at some point if you're jambalaya rice.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we should actually do a podcast where we actually sit at an actual table.
And we're actually eating. We're eating the content, but actually eating food.
That'd be cool.
That's something for the future. I think the fans will love it.
The fans would enjoy it immensely. But right now, we got content to eat at the table. We got Hawkeye episode 3. This one doesn't beat around the bush. It jumps in straight into the new character that was introduced last week, Echo. And we've known about Echo appearing in the MCU, a couple weeks back on Disney Plus Day, where we got confirmed that she was going to get her own show at some point in the future on Disney Plus. And she was going to appear in Hawkeye. We didn't know when she was going to appear, but she appeared last week, and now we get a flashback with her. Were either of you guys familiar with Echo? We probably went over this already, like on Disney Plus Day. Probably touched on it a little bit, but I guess just to cover our tracks again, are either of you familiar with Echo at all? Like what she does?
I am only as familiar of what I've looked up since Disney Plus Day. Not familiar with the character. Can't say I've seen her in anything that I have seen. So no. I'm coming in really blind with the character of Echo, and I have my thoughts on her. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same with me. I didn't know nothing. Even when they started the flashback, I was like, "Who is this girl?" I was almost tempted to go back to figure out whose montage this was. I could not.
Oh, you didn't know it was the girl from last week?
No, I didn't. And it was a week ago. I watched a lot of content, so I didn't. I was like, I didn't know who it was. But eventually, when they showed it, I was like, "Hey, cool, I'm here. I'm hip." But
it's understandable. Honestly, in the beginning when they showed 2007, I thought they were just doing a further flashback of Kate Bishop, and I'm like, damn, she looks nothing like this in the future.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, because like you know how they get like child actors or actresses to try and.
The episode's called Echo, though.
Oh, I didn't see the title.
Oh, you should look at these titles. Yes, the episode's called Echo, so I knew it was her at least.
There's no indication they would just open up with her as a flashback.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But It's fine. We all know it's Echo now. Very interesting with the MCU. Echo is the first Native American, I'm pretty sure, first Native American superhero in the MCU, and the first deaf character as well. So that is also
not the first.
Not the first.
Because Makari and Internals.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, don't forget.
Makari.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Okay. All right. No, I'll
second.
give you that.
Second. So second.
I would say, you know what? I would say Makari, she's kind of like ingrained with the Eternals. Like when you say Eternals, you associate her with them as well. I would say Echo's like her own character in a way.
Right.
Like she's like her own entity. So at least Marvel's doing something with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, first Native American at least. And the flashback, I want to address the elephant in the room on this one, because I feel like not everyone got this, because it's very missable. And I didn't know about this detail until yesterday, because I was speaking with a friend on the Spider-Man game on PS4. And the first boss you fight in that game is Wilson Fisk, and they were asking, does Wilson Fisk have any powers? Is he metahuman? How's he going 1v1 with Spider-Man? Like, what's his deal? I didn't know the answer to that, because I'm like, yeah, but Wilson Fisk, he's big, burly, muscular. It's very odd that he's one punching Spider-Man, a guy who could lift like 2 cars. But I wanted to look it up, so I got open my Marvel encyclopedia out on the back. I'm proud that I have that thing. That thing is freaking awesome. You guys should get it. But I opened it, and I opened up Wilson Fisk to see, initially what his powers are. Like, what's his deal? Is he just like a big guy that can just take hits like pound for pound with muscles? And I noticed in his bio, one of his character traits is that he is the adoptive father of Echo in the comics. So there is something in the comics where Echo's father, who we saw in this episode, he was business partners with Wilson Fisk. And at some point, Wilson Fisk, whether directly or through an assassin, whatever, Wilson Fisk kills Echo's father. And as a last request or whatever, because they were very close business partners, Wilson Fisk asked, Echo's father said, oh, Mr. Fisk, can you please, take care of my daughter? And Wilson Fisk agreed. He's like, okay, yeah, sure. I will. I'll give you that solid. So where is this going, right? Like, why am I bringing up all this? In this episode, we get introduced to Echo in her flashback. We see her father, and her father is basically, participating in sign language with her, communicating through sign language. And he takes her to a martial arts class. And in this scene, in the martial arts class scene, when he tells his daughter, by the way, go easy on the kids. It's all about speed. Speed is the key.
Speed is the key.
When he tells her that, he says, your uncle is going to be picking you up after practice. Next to the father is a man in a black suit. You don't see his face. And the guy in the suit, he just like touches Echo's face and he chuckles. That chuckle is literally what's the actor's name?
Vincent D'onofrio.
That is his chuckle, and it can't be anyone else. There's no one else it can be, because you have to understand, he's showing a fatherly affection towards Echo, and that's the only other character in the lore that does that, according to the Marvel comics. So what does that mean? King, what's his name again? Damn it.
Vincent D'onofrio.
Vincent D'onofrio is confirmed to be Kingpin in the MCU. That means we're getting Daredevil. We're getting Jessica Jones. They are in the MCU.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
No, absolutely not. I am on the money. I am on the money with this.
Okay, you're on the money with. It's confirmed. I've been reading up. It is Vincent D'onofrio.
There we go.
He himself has not come out and said anything, but everybody is on the same page. It's him. It's
him.
Kingpin.
I did wait for the after credits scene to see if maybe he was credited. I didn't see him. I don't think he was credited.
I think they're gonna wait until they do a on screen,
right?
Like, you know, actually see him.
Right.
I mean, no official word yet. I think they're
that was his chuckle, man, and it can't be any other
You're
character.
right. You're right.
Any
You're
other
right.
character.
You're right. You're right. And with your history of what you said, yes.
I'm proud.
And it makes sense if you want to bring Kingpin into the MCU. It's got to be these types of stories where it's not, again, like a global thing.
Right. It's like
or
low level.
It's low level, but like high enough where an Avenger might need to step in. But don't say, yeah, he's great. He's great.
He is great, yeah.
But slow your roll on everybody else.
I'm on it.
We already can speculate, and here we are. We're talking about greater MCU now. We already can.
I'm sorry. Can I side note real quick?
Go ahead.
If they keep him mad, if they keep him Kingpin, they gonna keep Jessica Jones. Y'all think they gonna keep Iron Fist for real?
No, I don't think they're gonna recast anybody. I just think
they're done with those characters. Like
no, like if they're going to be integrated back, they're gonna do the bigger names first, and then they're going to do
Daredevil.
It's
Jessica Jones.
Well, shoot, y'all forget the Punisher. He did a great job too.
Oh,
John Bernthal.
People always forget the Punisher. I always forget the Punisher.
I do forget the Punisher too from time to time.
And he had 2 seasons. I wonder why that is.
He did have 2 seasons, right?
Listen, why do you think? This is such a segue. But why do you think that is? Because Punisher was very good both seasons, but it's not necessarily as memorable. Or maybe Maybe because it came much later. Maybe because it came after Defenders.
I think Punisher season 1 was fantastic. I actually never finished season 2 because it just seemed kind of redundant almost.
Yeah,
it was a little bit. It was still good. It was still good, but it was kind of trudging the same story.
But yeah, Punisher got the axe the same time the rest of them got the axe. So it was like it was probably something done in house where they're like, hey, let's axe these all like at season 2. And let's start trying to bring them back if that's what they're doing. Which again, if we see Daredevil in No Way Home, that's more confirmation.
I think it had more to do so with the Netflix contracts. They wanted.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely a business side to all of this, regardless of our speculation on, are they gonna bring this guy back? When are they gonna confirm it? It's part of the lore. But yeah, it was definitely like
that was a smart idea though.
Yeah, it was. I like it. Hey, I'm here for it. Bring him back. Just don't bring his shtick about when I was a boy. I don't want to.
He's gonna start doing it in sign language. He's gonna be like, oh god, I don't know how to do it in sign. When I was a boy.
Those were Naruto signs. What are you doing? Those are jutsu signs.
Oh my god. Whatever. Listen, we are detracting.
Oh my god.
This is a Hawkeye show. If Kingpin comes into this Hawkeye show, Hawkeye's gonna need to pull out the stuff more than just some trick arrows. So that's me segueing it back to Hawkeye. So
that's right. We're back into Hawkeye. We basically learn a little bit more about Echo. It's different in this mythos from what I'm understanding, because in this one it seems that Ronin, Hawkeye, Clint as Ronin killed her father, and in the comics apparently it was Kingpin that had him killed. So based on that, she kind of Echo shifts her revenge scheme towards wanting to hunt down the Ronin and get revenge and all that. My question though is Echo the leader of the tracksuit mafia? Is that her thing?
I think her father was the leader, and now
why are they in
passed down to her?
tracksuits? Why are they in tracksuits then?
I think I'm pretty sure that's a Russian immigrant stereotype.
I think
that's the joke. I'm pretty sure that's the joke.
I get it, but usually you think like the leader of the faction is like in on the shtick, like they participate in some way. I don't know. It's very odd that someone very like seemingly serious like Echo has these people dressed up in tracksuits and they're clowns. They're clowns. And it's right. It almost goes to the level of absurdity where it's like, we admitted this was funny in episodes 1 and 2, But in episodes 3, you have one of the mafia members like asking Kate Bishop for relationship advice in the middle of what's supposed to be torture. And while it was funny, it's like, is this too funny? Are they being too comedic with this Russian gang? Because then I can't take them seriously anymore. You know?
That's the thing. I'm over here thinking, are they trying to give them some like humanity to eventually maybe make them, you know, maybe they're a mafia for good. You know, maybe they work alongside the Avengers. But again, she's getting her own show. Maybe they're trying to establish some of these characters who I imagine would be in the show too if she's still running things. So they're trying to give some dimension. They got I love Imagine. I'm sorry, give me a second.
Go ahead. We'll give you time.
I love Imagine. Like God, what's Imagine Dragons? It's for me, not for her. You know, whatever. Like, so okay, now we know this guy likes Imagine Dragons, and this guy, he's like, it's Hawkeye on a pony. Do it again. Like, you know,
it's like, how is this supposed to be intimidating? How are you getting information?
Yeah, right. Exactly. They're not that intimidating at all. So, yeah, it's really weird why she would want to run with them, unless, you know,
right.
If this Kingpin theory sticks, which it seems like it's sticking,
it's there.
Maybe she's just, you know, hey, you're gonna run the tracksuit mafia, you know, just an appointed position.
Possibly. I know in the Kingpin lore, he does start a war with other rival gangs, especially with the Maggia, which is supposed to be like the Italian mafia family. I know this family's not Italian, but it is a mafia gang. And maybe this is the MCU's take on building up to like an underground like civil war between get rival gangs or something. Because again, like that's Kingpin's whole shtick. Like he's never really trying to fight against the Avengers or any superheroes. He's really just in a rivalry between other gang members and then eventually the bigger gangs like the mafia. So I can see him maybe coming back in and starting some crap with that. Hello. I don't know who that was. But yeah, what do you guys think of I guess, okay, so we kind of know Echo a little bit, like with her lore, like where she comes from. What do you guys think of her combat? Because I mean, her fighting against Hawkeye, like it's serviceable. It's serviceable combat, but it's like, from what I looked up in my encyclopedia, this is her main shtick, like her martial arts. I don't think she gets any other powers later on. Like she doesn't use her like sonic wave attack because her name's Echo and she uses like sonic waves or whatever. Were you guys sold on the fighting in this episode? Because I don't know.
I really hope they know something that I don't know, because that metal leg is not going to carry the whole show. It
won't.
What are you saying? She's not going to be able to keep up with everybody?
No, not that. It's just she's kind of unknown. So where's your pizzazz? Where's your sparkle? Like, what am I as your introduction to me? Like, I mean, does the scene look cool? But after like 2-3 episodes of that, I'm just like,
what else?
I think she's a paraplegic in the comics too. No,
I'm fine with
that. Paraplegic?
Like or amputee. Sorry,
amputee. Oh, I'm about to say, how is she?
Sorry,
fighting?
amputee. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what. Put a knife at the end of that foot.
Oh, okay. Like
okay.
Like Kingsman style.
Kingsman, right? Like Kingsman, right?
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm kind of with Tevin on this one. Like, she's an amputee. She's deaf. It's cool to see someone with those attributes, like fighting competently in the first episode. But what else are you gonna bring to the table, like in the next fight scene?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. She's a taskmaster.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's it.
Yeah, I did read it. That's what it is.
Right, she's a taskmaster.
Okay, see, that changes things.
To what degree? Like she's competent, like other weaponry? Is that?
She will copy the moves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's different.
Oh, that's
Okay.
why they call her Echo. Oh my gosh. It's like
It's all coming
it's
together.
a deaf
now.
thing. It's a copy thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
basically she's her own walking Sharingan.
Yeah, I guess so.
Essentially, that makes sense.
Right. There.
I like
Right.
it.
There you
Okay.
go. So we need to see more of it. We didn't see much of it here,
We
if
did.
any. I don't think we saw
Right.
any. You know.
Yeah, there wasn't. I would say there was
Maybe-
nothing about. We did see it like kind of in her communications when she's
Yeah.
talking with people, but not so much in her fighting.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe that's kind of their way of indicating that, because remember when she was watching the guy with his feet getting swept, like they made it a point to like zoom
Right.
In
Right.
the flashback.
In the
Yeah, yeah,
flashback.
yeah.
I have it playing right now.
Oh,
I'm trying to find that Wilson Fisk scene. So yeah.
Oh! You want to know where it's at? I can tell you exactly.
No, it's
where
fine. It's fine. I know where it's at too. It's just we're
Okay.
talking, so I'll
Fair
obviously
enough.
just play it later. So it's
Fair
fine.
enough.
But yes, we
Um,
need to see more of this reflexive ability to.
It seems cool. It seems
Yeah, no,
really
it's
cool.
you could too. I mean, if you do it better than Taskmaster in
Please.
Black Widow, you got something great on your hands. So
Yes, please. I mean, hey, maybe she might pick up the bow and arrow. and
exactly. No,
almost rival
that's
them.
exactly what I was thinking. She would. Yeah. pick it
Actually,
up.
wait, she has Kate Bishop's arrow, right?
No,
Yeah.
she got a bag. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
she got it back.
she got a bag. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, eventually that fight progresses to Echo destroying Clint's hearing aid, which, I mean, he can't hear anything now, which that's a thing. Like, was that always a thing with Clint, or is this something recent?
that's what I was going to ask.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think that's a comic thing. I think what a lot of these films, and DC tries to do this too, is with their their non-superpowered characters. These people are human. Okay.
Okay.
Even outside the comic, I was like, when did it happen? When did he have?
In the MCU.
Yeah. When? What caused the injury? I
No.
don't-
So he in the first episode, he was basically, I think it was the first episode. No, it was the second. Maybe it was the second. He basically said the final straw was Endgame, where he fell down and all those alien
Oh.
dogs were chasing him.
Yeah.
And then he had to do an exploding arrow to stop them.
Okay.
That was like the final straw for him.
Okay.
Right.
I
But
do
yeah.
recall that scene.
Also, one more thing. If he's just partially deaf, why do you make like he can't hear anything? Does he have another ear? Well, I'm just thinking about it too much.
No, that is a fair point.
I was like, he can't hear anything. He has another ear.
That's a fair point, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive to the hard of hearing.
Yeah.
But yes, it is in one ear.
Yeah.
But maybe that
Right.
ear is supposed to be receptive for both ears. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know how it works.
It's just very odd. If there was a point that they needed to address so that the audience could understand it, they probably didn't explain it well. Because I was asking myself that too. It's like, you have another ear though, or
Yeah.
is it only receptive in one ear that you could like you ask those questions and it pulls you out. It pulls you out of the experience. You don't know what's going on. So, but apparently he needs it. Otherwise, he can't hear for shit at all. So what happens after that? We get a car chase scene with Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, and the tracksuit mafia. And I mean, it was all right. I mean, the CG was whack, right?
The
CGI was whack. No, don't give it a pass.
Give it a pass. I give it a pass.
Yeah, I give
Oh
it a
my
pass. I
God.
give it a pass.
I drew the line with the purple slime. I was like, ew.
It wasn't.
No.
It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me.
It didn't bother me either. I will say this: it bothered me that he has all these trick arrows and never used them ever in any of the films.
I agree with that.
There was
Like-
never a need for it. At what point was Thanos chasing Hawkeye in a vehicle?
All right, enough. Because the point is this: he was catching bodies in all the films. He wasn't
was.
trying to slip people up. He wasn't trying to. What? Another one was gas, right?
It was gas. One was like the gooey stuff to like stop tires.
Yeah.
One was a plunger type of
Yeah.
thing. Like, I didn't get that one.
Well, she made the joke that it was. I mean, it was a suction.
yeah.
So it was like, what's the point? What's it for?
Yeah.
And it's funny you brought that up because even Kate said herself, like, she hit the explosive arrow, and she's like, "You have 4 more arrows stronger than this." I'm like,
right?
Arrows. Oh,
where are these?
You've been saving it for your own show, huh? You
No, yeah, I mean, honestly, because I mean, it's like you could have made the
up. Like, if you got 4 more arrows stronger than you just blowing shit up, you had to just been.
You could have made the Chitauri slip up, you know,
Yeah.
they're running at you. Whoa, just slip up.
What? Like a banana peel?
I will say this: that Pym arrow went hard. I like that.
I like the Pym arrow,
but was it necessary?
It was cool. It was cool.
It was cool, but not necessary.
Well, okay. Was it necessary in terms of, do I need to enlarge an arrow to stop one truck?
No, shoot the tire.
Right.
He could have done that.
If we're talking in those terms, no, it's not necessary.
But it
is
cool.
It's cool too, because it's like, oh man, I remember that time I teamed up with Ant-Man and shot him off my arrow. What if I could shoot an arrow that grows, you know? Or
exactly.
Just, you know, his experiences with Ant-Man. You know, he makes that joke earlier saying, you know, who wasn't there in that fight? Ant-Man.
and look
now
at him
here
using
he is,
his arrow.
Here he is using a Pym arrow, right? And
That's
again,
hilarious.
interconnectivity. We like that.
That's good.
We like when we can connect.
And it begs the question, you know, is that the only type of arrow he has? Like, does he have other cool little trick arrows in his sleeve that we haven't seen yet?
He could have vibranium arrows. Maybe they ricochet
vibranium
and
arrows.
bounce off.
With all this alien tech, him got no alien tech arrows and all these other extra
Alien
stuff.
tech arrows.
Very-
There's a lot of people in and out of this universe.
Well, actually, you're right, because for 5 years, you know, well, I mean, he wasn't running around with the Avengers, but Rocket and Nebula were hanging out at the Avengers compound. Who's to say they didn't, you know, test out some new arrows and whatnot?
That's right. That's
so yeah,
possible.
he's using his resources.
Right. I think they're trying to establish that with him right now, so that when Kate Bishop does take up the mantle, she's not just seen as, oh, well, that's just a female Hawkeye, you know?
Oh, is that what she's doing? She's not a psychic?
No, Kate Bishop eventually becomes her own thing, right?
She becomes Hawkeye. Yeah.
She becomes Hawkeye.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is kind of like the teacher and student type of plot.
Which this episode did really good during that chase scene.
It
him
did.
kind of mentoring, you know. He's
Right.
like, you know, shoot at the arrow, aim up. You got this, you know.
You
whatever.
got that overconfidence you keep having. I need you to have it right now. You have no room to be scared. I like
Right.
that. I like that line.
Yeah, it was good. I like the dynamic that's growing, because it's also, you know, it's I don't got a good word, maybe perplexing, because he wants to spend time with his family, you know, and here he is pseudo establishing a father-daughter type relationship
Right.
with Kate Bishop. So
Right.
he's like in this weird position where it's like, I want to be with my family, and yet here I am doing, because honestly, the movies alluded to maybe his daughter would be like a Hawkeye character.
Right,
when she
because
was
she would be doing the bow and arrow stuff as well.
Exactly, and she was shooting bow and arrows in the beginning of Endgame, but you know, here now, you know, he's with Kate Bishop, the greatest archer in the world.
The greatest archer. That's
Right.
Also, I love the little comedy bits where he was like, she would say something to him, and but he couldn't hear it, so then he would repeat back something very similar.
Right, like they were like, we should take the dog out. He's been cooped up all day.
Oh, did you take the dog out already? We should probably take him out as well. No, I like that.
The concern for the dog is actually funny as well.
Is the dog a character? It's a character, right?
He is a character. The dog is a character.
What's his thing? Like, is he?
He's just a dog. He's a dog with one eye.
But like, like in the comics, does he ever like do anything? Like,
No, he's just a dog. He's just a dog.
There has to be something.
He's
You don't
just a dog. He's literally just a dog.
Crypto the super dog. One
He
could
ain't
say
no
is just
Crypto
a dog.
the super dog.
Oh my god.
Just a dog. He's literally just a dog.
Okay, I'll take your word on it.
All right.
So what else we got? We got some touching scenes. I think you mentioned it earlier, where you get more of that dynamic between Kate and Clint, where they're at that diner and she's trying to establish, like, listen, man, you're a hero. Quit with this mopey crap, like, about you know, oh, I'm not a hero. I'm not a role model to anyone. And, you know, from Kate's perspective, that's a damn lie, because that is her role model.
Right.
So
Well, it's a tricky, again, he's in a tricky spot because, you know,
right.
like he said, I'm supposed to be a ghost. You know, he's not supposed to be a hero, you know, when the whole Avengers movie, you know, he's just an agent. And, you know, Cap said, hey, let's go. He's like, all right, you know. I don't think he was trying to come out of there and be a superhero, you know?
Right. I mean, it's Steve Rogers. You just go where he tells you.
Right, yeah, you don't say no to Captain America. But then I guess Nick Fury said, you know, there was an idea. It gives him the whole spiel. But, you know, again, he's dealing with the fact that he went out and committed murders for 5 years, you know?
Yeah, as the Ronin.
Right, and then on top of that too, here he is. It's that character who wants to be a good father, but is doing everything but be a good father.
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best, and then he gets pulled in and sucked into this world, and here he is. But you can't tell a girl who you saved her life that you're no role model. She's based her whole life off of you. You know?
Yeah. That's your whole shit.
Was he justified in killing those people?
I don't think they ever explored that element of his character. Like, I mean, it's assumed. Yeah, it was organized crime, so it's assumed, like, you know, that they've probably done terrible things in their occupation, so him killing them was justified. But they've never really explored, you know, was it really though? You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
in this series, but I don't know.
Right. I think we will get an episode with a whole Ronin flashback, because, you know, you see, when it comes to being justified, his whole shtick was Thanos didn't get you, so they left me.
Yet they took my
That's
family.
a terrible shtick.
They took my family, but they didn't take you.
No, he's saying, you know, if Thanos didn't get you, then I'm the cleaner. I come in and clean. Okay. So he basically said, you lucked out because you didn't get blipped away, and so I'm gonna finish the business, which I don't think is justification enough. You know, like,
I mean, I think maybe some revenge a little bit was mixed in there as well, because how unfair is it that, because I think we did the statistics last week during the episode, or like at least the math. What are the odds that Clint's entire family was taken from him?
But that's not revenge. Those people didn't take his family.
No, but the revenge concept is, wow, so the snap took away the entire family. What are the odds of that? But they left you, pieces of garbage, out in the streets.
Well, that's not revenge. That's like a juxtaposition.
Fine. He's justifying his methods.
But that's the other problem, is that he did all that because his family is gone.
He had nothing to lose.
And then they bring them back. Had he just waited.
That's very easy to say. Had he just waited, what was it, 5 years?
All the other Avengers waited. Granted, they didn't lose their whole family.
I just learned something. I didn't even know he lost his whole family.
You don't remember the beginning of Endgame?
All of them.
Oh, I didn't know it. Oops.
All of them.
Yep. Wife, 3 kids, all of them.
Oh, well, now that makes sense. You know, that's a lot of pent up anger and resentment.
It's anger. He wanted to take it out on someone.
And if I'm the only person who left, then I'm gonna handle this the way I want to handle it. But yeah,
that's what he did.
Okay, that's sad. 5 years.
It's very sad. It's tragic.
And that's why
it's like your number one goal in life.
Exactly. Then that's why he's stuck in this mindset with Kate, where he's like, I mean, I'm not a good person. I did that crap for 5 years. Good God.
And that's the other thing that this show is leading up to. He has to own up to it. She's like,
yeah, no one knows.
No one knows who he was. And oh man, he's got to come clean. This is a whole come clean story, which I hope they do better with this, I guess, than like say like Bucky. Like we never got that scene where Bucky owned up to killing Tony's parents. You know.
Oh, what? Oh, I thought you were gonna mention the Asian.
Well, same thing with his little amendment book.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, yeah.
Like we only got one, and we don't really even know the real result of it.
Parents?
Oh my gosh.
Tevin, no way.
Civil War, man. Civil War, man.
Listen, these movies came out years ago.
That was a main
5 years ago. 5 years ago.
So Bucky killed Howard Stark?
Yes.
Yes,
oh
and Mrs. Stark.
And yeah, the wife, right.
Why they never show this conflict in between the two? Or did I miss that?
That is the whole reason that ending fight happened in that movie.
You remember the fight where Tony like wanted to beat the ever-loving crap out of Steve at the very end?
Okay.
What triggered that was Tony learning that Bucky killed his parents and Steve was still willing to defend him. Where were you, Tevin?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I
you're
can't
terrible.
believe this.
You're so
This is why you watch the pod. This is why you watch the pod.
I agree. Tevin's on the point with that. This is why you watch the pod.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We probably have listeners as well that don't remember that scene. So Tevin's
I-
here for you guys.
Okay, wow.
But yeah, there you go.
Oh.
So we
No.
wait, what?
Sorry, I had a thought. I was like, wasn't Tony be like a child? How was he old enough? I forgot. They're old people.
Yeah, he was
People.
like
Like a teenager
in college. He was in
Yeah, at
college
the
when that
college.
happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, man. It's a great
Lot of
story. Go back and
shenanigans.
watch that movie. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. S
but yeah,
tier on
he-
our Marvel ranking list, by the way. But
S tier,
yeah.
right. Mhm.
S tier.
I voted on.
Um,
I don't know what the results were.
Oh, it's up.
You watch the pod.
Yeah, watch the video or go listen to the podcast. Yeah.
But this episode ended really abruptly, in my opinion. It
Mad.
kind of-
You tell you why I was mad.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because it ended and it was damn near 8 minutes worth of credits. Like it was like
Credits were so long.
The credits were long. Because
I
I thought there would be a scene.
I
Yeah,
thought there
I
would
checked.
be.
I said, okay, well, there's like got like 10 minutes left. There have to be like more content, like something at the end, something at the middle. I said, y'all gave us I think it was like 50-minute episode with 43 minutes worth of content. Yeah, I was mad. It was very abrupt. It was super abrupt.
Right.
Super duper.
Because it just ended right there.
Yeah.
With, what was his name? Jack? Right?
Jack
Duquesne.
Duquesne.
Jack Duquesne with his swords. His
The
obsession.
Ronin sword. He's using the Ronin sword.
He's using the Ronin sword,
And he's good with swords.
Mhm.
and he's good with swords.
He's the
I'm
swordsman.
sure he's a swordsman. Yeah.
Well, is that his name? Is that the comic book name? That's
Oh,
his
I
name?
have no idea.
I googled it.
That's what we talked about last time, Tevin.
Oh.
I looked up who Jack Duquesne was, and I didn't want to tell actually it was just me and Dr. Jace. I didn't want to say who he was,
Mhm.
but I mean he's a guy named the Swordsman, and that's all
Oh,
I'll say
okay.
on that. That's all I
Okay.
say on that. Because I don't know if they're going to
Make him that.
like make him that connectivity with the Hawkeye character. Because he's a Hawkeye character, but we don't know if he's gonna play out the same.
Right.
Right, because MCU just changes a lot of stuff. that
Exactly.
They have. Episode ended abruptly. We have 3 episodes left of Hawkeye. Did you guys think this episode was better than 1 and 2, or
Yeah.
kind of like still on the same?
Oh no, I think this one was a lot better. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, you get to see the Hawkeye action. The Hawkeye show.
That's true. Yeah, I think this is the scene they always showed in the trailers,
It was.
which I'm kind of worried about, because it's like, if this is the only scene I was seeing in the trailers, does that mean this is it? Like,
No, I think we'll get some more good stuff.
I'm hoping.
Just that they only showed kind of really up to the mid-season, which is
Also, like no spoilers, like
no spoiler types,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
I just have the same question I have every time, and I blame Game of Thrones for this. Is 6 episodes enough? Is 6 episodes enough to get your point across? And
It
you already
depends.
halfway through, and I'm like, I take it like this. Okay, we're halfway through. Have I learned anything else new about Hawkeye? There's just no. He's still the same. I don't want them to rush these 3 episodes and give me a whole bunch of content in 3 episodes. And like, I don't know. I said the same thing about Loki. I didn't feel like Loki 6 episodes was enough, it was Loki or was it the Falcon? One of those two.
It was both. Well, Falcon could have done it in the episode count that it had, but for some reason at the end episode, it crammed everything in the last episode.
Falcon got caught up in the COVID and everything. I know that changed a lot of the finale. Loki had time. Well, Loki is fine though, because Loki is getting a season 2. None of the others at least haven't been confirmed for a season 2.
Right.
Well, I mean, actually, no. Falcon is not going to get a season 2.
But he's getting a sequel.
Yeah, he's getting a movie. They got Captain America 4. So,
right.
But I don't know if that's a fair comparison bringing up Game of Thrones. That's an epic. Game of Thrones is an epic,
I was talking about last season. Like, I just don't want.
Okay, Game of Thrones last season, they effed that up. They should not have.
Okay, not about Game of Thrones. Okay.
Fun fact.
I'm okay with you giving me 6 episodes, but it needs to be like.
You got to deliver. You're right.
Yeah, like if you give me if you like the kind of episodes that like episodes 1, 2, 3, to me that indicates that you're about to have a 10 episode season. You know what I'm saying? Like you're about to have an 8 episode season.
Slow to start.
The post that the pace they're moving at.
Right.
Thinking, I'm trying to, and like they said, he's kind of unpopular. He is kind of unpopular. It's kind of weird because back in the day, growing up, when I actually played the Avengers game on the console.
Ultimate Alliance.
No, was that what it was? Like
the one where it was like 4, you could be 4 at a time.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance.
He would be one of the characters I would pick, and I don't feel that excitement about Hawkeye right now. I just hope they can, breathe life. Okay, let me say like this. I hope they can breathe life into the character within the next 3 episodes.
I think that's fair.
They gotta get us excited for Kate because I mean she's cool, but like she's just Katniss Everdeen. And then you like, and then nobody knows about Echo. Like they have a lot to do within these last 3 episodes. Is what I'm just trying to say, because a lot of these characters either unfamiliar or they're unpopular compared to
right.
But that's all.
No,
I think that's a fair statement. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly. I mean, this is a show about Hawkeye. I'm telling you, I like this episode way more than the first 2, just because of the Echo connection and Wilson Fisk being in.
See.
I'm telling come on, man. No,
but see, you said the Echo connection. I'm not sold on the character of Echo. I'm looking at her. I'm like, why is she getting her own show?
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see her. Well, actually, yeah.
Hope so.
You know what's funny? In my Marvel encyclopedia that I've plugged in at least 3 times. Yes, in case you didn't know. Based on the popularity of the character, they'll have like varying sizes of like coverage on a page. So like if it's a very big character, like Kingpin has its own page. And if they're an even bigger character, like say Venom has like a 2-page spread. So because it's a popular character. Echo is one of the characters that has a very small corner on one of the pages, along with like her row of her description has like 4 other characters in the same row, and it's in alphabetical order, so they're not even related to her. It's just, oh, by the way, that's Echo. Next to her is Egghead. Egghead. He's also a villain.
Right.
But yeah, I brought that up because you mentioned, why is she getting her own show? And she's a minor character. She's a very, very minor character in the Marvel comics. She has a little corner in my encyclopedia. So I don't know. Maybe they might do something interesting with her. But I'm here for the Wilson Fisk connection. I don't care. She's oh my God. I almost lost it at that scene because I was like, is that him? Oh my God. He chuckled. It sounds like, oh, it is him. Perfect.
I gotta go back.
I'm gonna literally look at it after this.
Y'all are gonna text the group chat. You're gonna be like, oh my God, he was onto something. You guys heard it here first at the Yonkō Table. Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin, confirmed for the MCU. That means Daredevil's confirmed. That will everything after that is
Man.
it's a domino effect. Once you confirm Daredevil, you got to confirm the rest of them.
We'll see come December 17th.
We'll see come December 17th. But I think that covers everything.
I'm sorry, I missed this last week. I got a question.
Go ahead.
You feel like her mom is like evil or something, or she just?
It seems like her mom is about to be wasted as a character because Vera Farmiga, great actress.
Kate Bishop's mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel she's about to be wasted in this series.
Wait, wasted
think-
like in what way? Like
Not like wasted.
no, I know that. Like
She's not doing anything. She's like, there's nothing wrong with Jack. Okay.
he's a sweet guy.
Fences. Of course he parried.
And did her dad actually die?
Well,
We
there's
didn't
no
see a
body.
body.
There's no
There's
body.
no body.
I don't trust that.
I don't trust it
that.
either.
I'm waiting for that reveal at the
You
end.
need a
where
body.
He shows up and
You need a body.
You need a body. I agree. But yeah, I would say that wraps up this week's episode of the Yonkō Table. This week's episode of Hawkeye, pretty good. Better than episodes 1 and 2. We got introduced to Echo, got some of her lore. We got Kingpin as well. I'm standing by that.
Okay.
And we got some cool trick shots and more one-on-one with Kate and Clint, and that's always great to see. And hopefully things keep racking up towards the grand finale, which we're gonna get in 3 weeks. 3 episodes left. Hopefully it's enough. As Tevin was saying, I'm hoping they can hit it out of the park because ooh.
No, one more
Shoot it out
question.
the
One more question.
Shoot.
Oh, okay.
Do you think they're going to end this with him putting on a new mantle, or like just coming back out, or do you think they'll end it with more like she's taking over?
I think
does he have more time left?
it might be a little bit of both.
It might be a little bit of both because I know apparently in the comics, Echo at some point does become Ronin. She does adopt the Ronin outfit, but then again, it might be something they don't adopt in the MCU because again, they're changing some things with it, because in this lore, Ronin killed her father, which again maybe the Ronin did in the comics too, but the thing is, you just know Wilson Fisk was involved with getting her father killed in the comics. Whether Wilson Fisk is involved in here in terms of killing her dad, we don't know. So that might be something they change. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of both, as Grandmaster was saying, picking up the mantle and also standing your ground as the Hawkeye. Be a hero. Be the hero everyone sees you as. But all right. I say that wraps it up for here at the Yonkō Table. Once again, episode 3, pretty good. We'll stay tuned for the coming weeks for the remainder of Hawkeye and the Tracksuit Mafia. But all right, everyone. Have an awesome rest of your day/week. I'm your fellow Yonkō, DrJaceAttorney, fellow Yonkō, GrandMasterHoop, and fellow Supernova, TevintheFifth, signing off. Take care, guys.
Ethan.
Luffy.